Today's horoscope, Taurus October 30th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon heads into your work and health sector for a stay of over 2 days, and you're emotionally geared to fix problems and sort things out. There may be a new and improved health plan, routine, or job coming together. Today's minor challenging aspects can introduce some stumbling blocks, however, making it difficult to quickly reach a goal. There can be blocks in communication or transportation, possibly due to technical problems or mechanical breakdowns, but also misunderstandings with others. Treat slowdowns as the chance to catch your breath and refine your goals rather than waste your energy harping on problems, and you will fare much better today. Avoid overthinking or worrying about resources. More challenges crop up today and tomorrow. As mental Mercury in your solar house clashes with electric Uranus now in your zodiac sign, everyone will be on edge. In fact, you may feel consumed with anxiety, panic attacks, or nervous tension, especially if you thought you had your mind set on something but others aren't on the same page. If your crush or significant other is especially agitated, decide to talk out your ideas and thoughts at a later time rather than pushing an issue that could escalate into a full-scale conflict. No one will be thinking clearly at this time, so take a deep breath. What is your comfort zone? You might fall back into your old ways as the moon enters Libra and conjuncts the south node in Libra and opposes the north node in Aries. The fateful cosmic energy will encourage you to do the same things you used to do in your work life. You could have struggled with a lack of boundaries, being a doormat, or over-compromising. Although it would be easier to go back to your old ways, you may want to challenge yourself to do better to have a healthier work life. Today's position of the planets gives you a chance to know what you think about emotional realities that don't always come up to the surface. You can't always know what you feel unless you give yourself the time to reflect, and we both know you're often too much on the go, or too much involved in other people's problems, to look at yourself carefully. Try taking a virtual yoga class or a relaxing walk during your free time at least twice a week. Today, you're going to have a moment of pause, a relaxation period when you can take stock. The vibrations of the moment will be encouraging you to sort out the people in your life who are just acquaintances and those who are your real friends, what your profound desires are as opposed to those imposed on you from outside, and the superficial from the eternal in a serious way. You are hesitating about making a complete change in your comportment so that you can adapt more gently to situations, notably with your friends and family. But you have a supple mind so that you always fall on your feet. Be aware of this. While the moon will end the day in your work sector, and this is going to bring things together on the incoming job fronts in the heart of the working week, it begins the day not only supporting the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence, but there could even be a sense of rebellion. It is the final hours of the moon's ordinary monthly visit to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart that it will not only form a friendly aspect to Pluto in an adventurous part of your chart, but for the last time before the planet of change, transformation, and rebellion leaves, not to return again in our lifetime. With no planetary activity in your romantic sector and at a time when more focus is being put on your relationships, the moon's final hours need to be embraced. It is a friendly aspect to Pluto, for the last time before he leaves an adventurous part of your chart that will bring together the spirit of romance and adventure that is likely to feel familiar but could come with an unexpected sense of rebellion, especially against the demands of the new working week. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic energy encourages us all to reflect, pause, and be mindful of our patterns. With the moon in balanced Libra aligning with the south node of karma and opposing the north node of fate, you may feel a tug to revisit some old habits or comfort zones. It's as if the universe is testing your growth, nudging you to see if you'll take the familiar path or choose a fresh, empowering direction instead. Sometimes, situations or even certain people bring out responses we'd rather leave in the past. Today, try to pause before reacting and ask yourself, is there a new way to approach this? Breaking free from old patterns isn't easy, but every step you take strengthens the path to a brighter, more fulfilled you. You might even feel an extra surge of dynamic energy today, a kind of inner fire that makes even challenging tasks seem a little more manageable. Think of it as a hidden source of motivation that's pushing you to face responsibilities and long-term goals with a fresh sense of purpose and clarity. Have you ever tackled a big project or taken on a challenge with so much excitement that it felt nearly effortless? But then, halfway through, you realized it required a bit more stamina than anticipated? Today is a lot like that, a day to harness that excitement, but also to pace yourself. Approach each task with a sense of balance, keeping your feet on the ground while letting your inspiration guide you. By taking things one step at a time, you'll make the most of this incredible energy without feeling scattered or overwhelmed. In your personal relationships, this energy offers a lovely opportunity to connect more deeply with those you care about. If you're in a relationship, take the time to nurture your bond. Perhaps there are some unresolved issues you both haven't addressed, or maybe you've been meaning to share your dreams, concerns, or goals for the future. Imagine today as a safe space for open, heartfelt conversation, one that can bring you closer and strengthen your connection. Sometimes, simply sharing how we feel, without judgment or expectation, is all it takes to turn a moment into a memory. If you're single, the stars are aligned to bring a bit of luck and love your way. This is a wonderful time to put yourself out there and meet new people. You might feel especially charming and confident, and others will likely notice your warm, authentic energy. Whether it's reaching out to someone you've had your eye on, joining a social gathering, or simply smiling at someone new, let today's energy inspire you to open your heart a little wider. After all, love often finds us when we're being our truest selves. There's also a gentle reminder to be mindful of balance today, especially with this surge of confidence and drive. When we feel particularly empowered, it's easy to say yes to everything, to push ourselves a bit too far, or even overcommit. Think back to a time when you were full of excitement and dove into multiple projects or activities at once. It felt amazing at first, but maybe it left you feeling overextended. Let today be about pacing yourself. Savor the energy, but also take those moments to pause, breathe, and check in with your own needs. Financially, today's energy is also supportive, especially if you're considering new opportunities or negotiations. You're likely to find yourself in a confident, self-assured mindset, which can give you a unique edge in discussions around money, investments, or long-term planning. Think of this as a great moment to plant seeds for future abundance, whether that means negotiating something new, making a savvy purchase, or simply setting goals for the future. Trust your instincts here and remember that today's decisions can positively impact your future in ways you might not even see yet. Lastly, take some time for self-care and physical well-being. With both mind and body aligned, this is an ideal day to get active, try something new, or simply enjoy moving in a way that feels good. But remember, with all this energy, it can be tempting to push yourself to the limit. Listen to your body, stay aware of your limits, and make choices that feel nurturing and sustainable. Building healthy habits is a journey, so embrace each small step forward. Let us know in the comments, how are you planning to make the most of today's energy? Whether it's stepping out of your comfort zone, having a meaningful talk, or making strides in your goals, we'd love to hear how this cosmic moment is inspiring you. Here's to a day of balance, connection, and intentional growth.